Good afternoon, everybody. I'm back out again, going to my area at Falcon Bridge, and I'm going to camp for the night in the overhang that's right across the creek from where I recorded all them weird sound recordings, and I had a small junjity looking at me. So got a backpack and I've got some other things in a big Costco bag I'm carrying, and I just couldn't all fit it all in my backpack. So backpack's not really heavy, it's actually quite comfortable. It's just that when we get to the little ridge parts to go down these rocky areas, I'll just have to take it a bit slower than normal. When you've only got a light pack, you can easily zip down there, and this trail's fairly flat on the top of the ridge here, so this is the easy part. So this is the first of three little rocky areas you've got to come down. So I'm not going to go down that way, I'm going to go down this way and just make my way down around the rocks, and just going down really slow. I'm not taking any risks, I'm just going to cruise down, try and get there in one piece and get out in one piece. And it takes one slip and you're in trouble. So that's probably the major one. Then there's another one here, and then there's another one down further, and then I'll veer off the trail to go straight down to the creek the way I usually go. Maybe there's something crossing that little trail that I said last time, that there's always something here falling across that where I've been hiking down to the creek. So anyway, I'll make my way down, and we'll film that area when we get there, see if there's something being put across that area when I get there. Well, I managed to scramble down both those ridges quite easily, and there's only the little one to go, and then it's actually quite steep, this last one. It's only a short one, but it's quite steep, and you've got to watch yourself, and then you're on the trail going down to the creek. Now this is the last rocky area I have to deal with before I make my way down to the creek. If I have to need my hands for any reason, I'll just be dropping my bag, and probably my phone. It's got a thick cover on it so it won't break, and trying to save myself. But if I just take it slowly, that's the bottom within about, I don't know, 6 or 7 meters. Just take some big steps. Just try to take the easiest way possible. I don't usually film this while I'm going down, but just to show you guys how much I've got to put up with while I'm going down here. Right, I need both my hands here. Alright, it's nice little rock formations here. Alright, this is the last little area I've got to go down. Those eucalyptus leaves makes everything really slippery. Just lost my balance then. Leaning back, not forward, thank God. Last couple of steps and I'm down the ridge. Bear with me. Take my weight plus the backpack. Backpack's probably about 25 to 30 kilos. That noise is my parabolic dish that I've folded up. I didn't bring the hard one, I brought the one that I can fold up. It's actually getting quite brittle with age, I might have to buy another one. So yeah, the trail goes that way, but I'm going down here. Anyway, if something's across that way there that wasn't there before, I'm going to film it, and it looks like I can see something now. I'll film it when I get there. I'm about 90% of the way down, so 10% to go, and I haven't seen anything. I could say it's been physically put there across the path like the last few times. So there's little sticks in it that have been falling, but no. And the creeks, I've got about 10-15 meters to go until I'm at the creek, and then I'm on my way along the creek to the site, to the location where I'm going to be camping tonight. So I've made it to the creek, and it is so quiet down here. Awesome. Anyway, I got about a 40-minute hike along the creek to the location. I finally made it to the spot, but I had to go back 10 minutes to get my sweat rag. What a bastard. Anyway, that's the big backpack I was lugging, and a little bag full of, it's got a pillow and a jumper and sleeping bag and that in there. So this is my overhang. So it's pretty tall, and I'll probably put my tent right here. As you can see, there's no rocks in it here, nothing's been falling, so I feel pretty safe under the overhang, even though you never want to stay under an overhang too long, but I think it's pretty sturdy. So I'll just be in this area here, and I might have like a little fire just down here, just build it up, just a little tiny one maybe, and then my area is right there. So there's a little bit of noise over there. I kind of put a couple of rocks there to dull the noise, which it has, and there's a little bit of noise there, but if I just keep on panning like this, I should get more than enough area on my thermal and parabolic and see what's there. But as it's just after 2, it's going to get dark. Within about 2 hours it'll be really dark down here, so I've got to get my tent up and get everything ready. Now, one thing you should do always is do double knots. Otherwise this will happen. Shoelaces just come apart and your boots all loose and you could trip over and break your ankle. I was a little bit lazy doing them up. I just did 1 knot. And this is like the second time I've had to do it up, because I was like, I'm only going a little bit. But yeah, and I tripped over there in the bloody shoelaces and trod on one and nearly fell arse over tit. But so always do double knots, boys and girls, otherwise you'll be in trouble. You might fall over and break your neck because you haven't done up your shoelaces properly. Oh man, the things you do when you get a bit lazy out here. What an awesome looking area. So that's the overhang there where I'm staying, and this looks absolutely beautiful. And this side here is a bit more open. And in years I got them planes coming over, but they shouldn't bother my parabolic. They stop at about 11 o'clock, so awesome. They're still pretty light up there, but down here it's quite dark. I haven't noticed anything watching me. I don't have that feeling. Seems like nothing's here, but that could quickly change. Anyway, I'm going up here to finally make this fire. It's 5 o'clock now, and I've got my fire going. Just got it going really low. Don't want a raging fire. It's got a nice little fire to keep the warmth in this little overhang, and it is, because it's 5 o'clock and I've still got shorts and a shirt on, and I thought I'd be rugged up by now. So anyway, hearing a few noises from over that way. Could be anything though. But once the birds quieten down, it's going to be dead quiet out here. Anything that moves, I'm going to be able to hear it with my parabolic. I'm just going to wait for it to get, just as it's getting dark, I'll get my thermals and that on. And I'll get the parabolic on and we'll start using it. I'll just have to move away. I'll probably go to the other side of the tent, because a little crackling here will disturb the parabolic. And what I had to do is, before I had to put a bit of wood in around here in the creek to stop the gurgling, and down over here it's really quietened it down, so they won't bother the recordings tonight. And I'll get the thermal out and I'll just keep scouring around, and anything that's alive should be really bright, because it's really cold down here. Here comes all the black cockies. They roost in this area, and they'll be noisy for the next half an hour till it gets dark. Alright, so one thing that's really killing me is that water there and that water there. If those two things weren't here, it'd be perfect. I've got the parabolic running. I might pick up a wood knock or something. But, yeah, I'm pretty sure that I'm not going to get much tonight with the parabolic. I'm just going to have to use the thermal. And it's getting coolish now, so. But the night's still young. It's only, 6:30ish. But the parabolic is, I didn't realise that the water was gurgling in these areas. You don't really think of that, but when you come here with the parabolic, and it's really sensitive, it sounds just killing everything. You can just hear it. I tried to muffle them down. I did have a big stick in there and it pretty much died it down, but it must have moved. Anyway, still out here having a good time. It's still great to be out. Haven't been out for a while, especially alone. It's the first time for years. But this is an easy, I wouldn't say easy, but it's a moderate hike in and out. You still feel it when you finish the hike. But yeah, I feel good now once I've been here for a few hours. But anyway, I'm going to sit down and enjoy the fire and get the thermal out and just keep thermaling, and that's all I can do, unfortunately. I didn't realise that this water was going to be such a problem. Bugger. Anyway, shit happens and you just deal with it. It's 6:30 in the morning and I've just woken up. Well, I've been woken up by the black cockatoo alarm clocks, and they've all taken off now. And I'm going to pack up and head out as quickly as I can before it gets warm. It wasn't that cool last night. It was actually quite warm in the little tent I've got, and my thermals and my sleeping bag, and I had a little blanket. But yeah, very uneventful night. Quite quiet.
just had just had one massive rock clack down from where I hiked in from. But I'm not going to go that way. I'm going to go up the ridge and go a different way to cut out of having to go through a lot of the vines and up and over the fallen trees. But yeah, I'd come down here again just to camp. It's a really good spot, and you know, I'd spend 2 or 3 days out here just to cruise up and around the area and go and check things out. I'd love to do that. So anyway, guys, it's going to be just a short video because really nothing much happened, but you know, you don't know unless you come out. So whatever was up there the other week is not there now because there wasn't a noise. It was quiet. All I could hear was that water gurgling all night. And here comes the black cockatoos again. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. And yeah, I'm packing up and I'm going to head out. So until next time. And the black cockatoos say, always hiking thongs.